Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Epoch Times that was published on December 11th, written by Jack Phillips. Arizona Republicans to file election appeal to U.S. Supreme Court. I say good. Keep nailing the Supreme Court with these suits. Because eventually they're going to have to break down. Because more and more people are seeing this. They're seeing them, how they're doing it. How they're basically just trying to brush this shit away. It's exposing these Federalist Society, judges, because Trump's three picks, Federalist Society, establishment-loving hacks. Like Gorsuch, supposedly a constitutionalist. If he was a constitutionalist, then he would have looked at the Texas lawsuit and said, it's pretty legit. Because how can you not say that's a constitutional issue when you literally have 4 states violating state and their own state election laws along with federal election laws and the United States Constitution and how voting is conducted? I mean, to me, that's pretty clear and cut and dry. If the legislatures are the ones that decide how these elections are to be run, and the governor and, say, Secretary of State decide how they're going to run an election, and they do it violating state and federal election laws, to me, that sounds like it's a crime. Why didn't the Supreme Court chime in? Oh, that's right, Federalist Society. They're establishment hacks. They know their masters want the status quo that they had before Trump. They want everything to return to that. And they get that with Beijing Biden. Arizona's Republican Party said Friday that it would appeal its election integrity case to the U.S. Supreme Court coming days after it was rejected by the state Supreme Court, which the state Supreme Court said, well, yeah, even if there is a case, well, why are we going to disenfranchise? Why are we going to do this? Like status quo type bullshit. It was ridiculous. It wasn't like, why are we going to disenfranchise? I can't remember exactly how they put it, but it was a little ridiculous. Our case is going to the Supreme Court of the United States. GOP Chair Kelly Ward said Friday in a video posted on Twitter, we are filing and hopefully we will be accepted with the expedited push behind us. Ward noted that the case is only the third election-related lawsuit that has been filed with the Supreme Court, including Rep. Mike Kelly's petition to overturn Pennsylvania's result, as well as Texas's lawsuit against Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Michigan. It is unconstitutional for us to not have due process, which is time to be able to make a case, do discovery, and hold the entire hearing, Ward explained, adding that Arizona judges that rejected the lawsuits have set unrealistic deadlines. Yeah. And this is the thing. Arizona's not even in play, okay, when it comes to the fact of Beijing Biden being anointed. Not in play at this point. Why wouldn't you want to, if Arizona's not in play, why would this be an issue? Are you afraid of an investigation? Are you afraid what they'll turn up? Because then, it might lead to the fact that maybe we should look into other states? Because that's what it sounds like to me. Last week, the Arizona Supreme Court gave them 3 days to examine up to 3 million ballots, which we all know is impossible. Ward contended, for over 100 years, we've had to file an election contest the day after the election is certified, she added. So that gives us only 8 days to do the entire job that we need to do, and everyone knows that it's not enough time to do the job in a case that's important as choosing our next president. So this is going to the Supreme Court, and this is what gets me is the day January 20th is the only date that matters, okay? Decrepit old bitch. Ginsburg. She's even said this. Yet they want to play by safe harbor. They want to play by which is federal election law that violates Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution in regards to elections and how the electors are chosen and stuff like that. And it's also a violation of the 12th Amendment. Yet that's what they're hiding behind with this. So this is going to go to the Supreme Court, and I hope it does. Ward, in the video, pushed back against the media outlets' assertions that the Republicans and President Donald Trump have not presented evidence. Yeah, she found evidence. We found evidence, but then we didn't have enough time to do more discovery because they kept that evidence locked up, she said. It's smoke and mirrors, and the people of Arizona see right through it. So do the people of America as a whole, she said. Yeah, that's the thing. They think that they're going to shut this down, and half the country doesn't buy the bullshit, which they know that's only going to grow. They think if they lock shit down, they can get that half the country percentage down lower, which will never happen, and they can stop it from growing, which will never happen. But stupid is as stupid does. On Tuesday, the Arizona Supreme Court upheld the lower court's finding that there was no fraud or irregularities that would overturn the election. Considering the errors that they found were enough, just percentage-wise, out of their small sample to change the election, I call bullshit. Elections will not be held invalid for mere irregularities unless it can be shown that the result has been affected by such irregularity. State Supreme Court Judge Robert Brutinel wrote. Okay. Well, here's the thing. How can you go and see if that's the case if you don't let them? Which is what they wanted to do. They wanted to see if irregularity led to that. But you didn't want them to do that. How fucking convenient. The validity of an election is not voided by honest mistakes or omissions unless they affect the results or at least render it uncertain. How is it? Wait a minute. The validity, when I heard this shit before, I was like, yeah, okay, bullshit. Wait a minute. This is, buddy, no. The validity of an election is not voided by honest mistakes or omissions unless they affect the result. But here's the thing. They don't know if it affected the result because you won't let them investigate. You won't let them check. There is enough there to say, yeah, there's smoke, there could be fire. But you won't let them go and investigate to see if there is a fire. How fucking convenient. It came after Trump's team last week lobbied members of the Arizona state legislature to reaffirm their power to call up electors to the Electoral College, which meets on December 14th. And you know what? I hope that happens. I hope these states manage to fucking do that, some of these states, just to throw a monkey wrench into things, to show that they're not going to roll over to this shit. It's not likely, but you never know. Miracle might happen. But yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. Seriously. How we're living right now. We're seriously at the point where we're living in a banana fucking republic. You know, the media's in bed with the El Presidente. Well, the El Presidente elect. The office of El Presidente elect. They're in bed with them, the media, these, you know, their political party all in bed with each other. You've got the establishment who's just too weak-willed, so they're in bed, but then you got the Levin being in bed with them, RINO, neocons. They're all in bed with each other, running this place like a fucking third world fucking country. And we're just supposed to be, okay. Well, I'm not. And a lot of people aren't. Half the country isn't. So fuck all you all. At least in Arizona, they're not with the program. And they're still fighting, even though their votes don't necessarily change things. It's a matter of the principle at this point. It's a matter of that principle of right and wrong. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.